Today, we are going to learn a lesson from the parable of the Good Samaritan. What we can learn from the parable of the Good Samaritan is humility. So this comes from Luke chapter 10, verses 30 and 35. And Jesus answering said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, or some robbers, which stripped him of his raiment. So robbers tore his clothes and wounded him, departed and left him half dead. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So the priest came along. Instead of, he saw them, and he crossed the street, and he pretended that he wasn't there. Likewise, the Levite did the same thing. He was at the place, he came, looked on him, and he passed by on the other side. So he crossed the street, he pretended that this guy wasn't there. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him. He went to him and bound up his wounds, and pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast or his horse or some animal, and brought him to an inn and took care of him. So he nursed him back to health. He brought him in and nursed him back to health. So on the morrow or the next day, when he departed, he took out 2 pence or money and gave them to the host, and said unto him, take care of him, whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will pay thee. So you see here that no one else helped this poor man that was pretty much left for dead on the side of the road. But the Samaritan had enough compassion in his heart to nurse this guy back to health. And so when you see someone along the way who's in distress, you help them. And you help them not expecting anything in return. You help them from the love that you have within your heart. Like for example, when you see someone that has a flat tire on the side of the road, you stop and help them change the tire. Or you see someone on the edge of the road stranded, you give them a ride. So you do this because the love of God that's within you. And when you do this, you're showing the love of God in your life, being a good witness for Jesus Christ. As Jesus told us to feed the hungry, to give drink to those thirsty, to clothe the naked or those who are in need. You give clothes to those that need those clothes, or to take care of the sick. So you do this to show the love of God in your life, to be a good witness for the Lord Jesus Christ. Also, you don't just help your friends or only the people that you like, but you do this also for your enemies. So get out there and help the broken and downtrodden. For Jesus said, inasmuch as ye done it unto one of the least of my brethren, ye have done it unto me.